What's up, guys? Jonathan here. I know we don't normally start the show this way, but we have something extremely exciting to talk to you about. It's the thing we've been teasing for months now. It's happening. Bombs Away Live. That's right, Bombs Away Live, the only place where you can get the movie screened and have us make fun of it all in one giant live event. And if you're in the Southern California area, you are not going to want to miss this. August 16th at the Frida Cinema in Santa Ana, a fully themed event transporting you back to 1987 when this film was released. Featuring a hilarious pre-show filled with clips from previous episodes, multiple photo opportunities, 80s and movie-themed costume contest, and ninjas. That's right, ninjas. All this and more to celebrate the screening of the 1987 B-movie masterpiece, Miami Connection. That's right, we're doing Miami Connection. The Taekwondo 80s synth-pop masterpiece, written, directed, and starring YK Kim, comes to the screen for one night only, and right after, we're going to rip it apart. Featuring audience participation and live Q&A from you. That's right, you, but there's only one chance for you to do that. That's if you join us August 16th for Bombs Away Live. You can get your tickets for this amazing event by typing bombsawaylive.eventbrite.com. That's bombsawaylive.eventbrite.com. See you ninjas there.
My father! I found my father! Oh my god! 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 Oh my god!
Hi, this is Cheryl from Movies Made Me podcast. You can hear me on episode 63, Mouse Hunt. If you can't get enough of Jonathan and Jarrett, and who can, check out episode 87 of my show, up currently with Jonathan, and then on July 9th, you can hear episode 88 featuring Jarrett. You can check the show out at mmmpodcast.com or all your favorite podcast apps. Movies Made Me, exploring the movies that make us who we are.
I pledge allegiance to these tags, and I couldn't think further than that. So what are our taglines?
They're pretty straightforward. So, first one, Uncle Sam wants you dead.
Oh, well, I mean, seems a bit forward of Uncle Sam, but...
Seems like something I would expect, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well... Yeah.
Is this Uncle Sam or is this The Purge? Next one. I want you dead.
I know I've done a lot of rude things to you, but I think it's 50-50. I want you dead just as much.
And last but not least, it's time to serve your country. And Uncle Sam. Good.
Oh, once you dead. I was like, is that the end of it?
No. I figured you would just, figure it out.
No. I don't figure things.
With a budget of $2 million and no reported gross on IMDb, with 2 deaths by gunshots, 1 badly burned reanimated killer, 1 fully naked woman, 1 man on 25-foot stilts, 2 decapitations, 1 protruding kneecap from the skin, 1 man buried alive, 1 hanging from a flagpole, 1 hatchet to the face, 1 barbecue woman, 3 explosions, 1 death by fireworks, 1 impalement on a flag, 1 throat slash, and 1 zombie killer fully engulfed in flames, with 11 deaths in total, a 4.3 on IMDb, and a 56% Rotten, with an audience score of 22%. It's 1996's Uncle Sam. Let's drop some bombs.
Face me. You're Uncle Sam. So let me in the fucking house!
Jason, Mother is talking to you!
How would you like to curl up with a good book?
In your dreams.
Make your wishes. I did it! I took the Lindbergh, baby! I am Joseph Mingala!
Welcome to Bombs Away the only podcast recorded inside a projection booth. My name is Jonathan Young. Joining me in the studio, as always, is...
The only thing separating this movie and a Lifetime movie, a reanimated soldier corpse.
Oh.
Jarrett Seifert.
It's pretty accurate, isn't it?
It really is. I was thinking about this morning. I was like, this is just a Lifetime movie.
I thought
but with a dead guy.
This
Most Lifetime movies do have dead guys, but they don't come back to life. So
No.
I was like, oh.
But this is also... I felt like a live-action version of a South Park episode.
Likely, maybe, yeah.
Because it had Isaac Hayes in it as pretty much the main star.
Yeah.
Right? And he's going around with two children.
One leg, two children.
One leg, two children. To fight a reanimated dead corpse of a fallen soldier who also happens to be called Sam and is an uncle of somebody. It sounds just like South Park minus one child, because Kenny's always dead when they go on these adventures anyway. Kenny would be the reanimated corpse. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining us in the first week of July, happy 4th of July. This is our 4th of July episode. For those of you in England, you're like fuck you.
For those one of you in England.
And everybody else in the world.
to prep for this.
Did you?
Yeah.
They're like, yes.
They're like,
thank
drink
you.
your tea. And it's only because I can't have coffee.
I hate Boston. No, this movie, straight up, this movie is like a current conservative's wet dream.
They had a lot of issues that I was like, no, I feel like I shouldn't be watching this. That people are really upset about. I was like, oh, they're real mad for 1996. I thought we were okay back then.
Nope. That's why, like, if somebody had told me that this film was actually done last year, like with a handy cam, I'd have been like, okay, yeah, it was. So first off, what's interesting about this film is that the director actually has done some more famous things, such as like Maniac from 1980, which was remade with Elijah Wood in like 2012. Basically, the one where it's like killer POV, and he's going around collecting women's body parts to make a mannequin.
Okay.
Yeah. The remake was good. I've never seen the original, but he did the original. The director, it's William Lustig. And then he also did the Maniac Cop trilogy. He really likes just Maniac in the title of something. So he did the Maniac Cop trilogy. And, I don't know what else to say about that.
There really isn't much else to say about this film and everyone that participated in it.
So let's dive in.
Okay.
First off, we are taken to, I guess, the Iraq desert, or where was it?
Kuwait?
Kuwait?
Was it Kuwait?
I don't know. There's so many wars going on.
Kuwait
I don't
for
know.
it.
Oh, come on. So the year is 1996. This was made in 95. Let's set the scene for those who made this movie. Clinton was in office. This probably was Kuwait then.
It was Kuwait.
Okay.
Yeah.
And some soldiers are killed in friendly fire. When they go to investigate the downed helicopter, one of the soldiers comes back to life and pulls the other soldier's gun off his holster and kills him and the general. Right? And he's like, friendly fire.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right.
Okay, cool.
And moving on.
Yeah.
But what's unfortunate is that, like, for those who are like, where's the jokes in this episode? Like, I'm giving to you, like, these are the jokes. Like, this film is so goddamn straightforward.
It's very, like, oddly serious, too, for, like, almost horror comedy.
Yeah.
Like,
so remember what I texted you earlier?
Okay, sorry, one of the reviews earlier, I'm gonna steamroll this, was like, this is a true horror, not like the Scream franchise. And I was like, you know what? You should go suck a butthole that has some rancidness in it.
Okay, so this would have came out, like, when was that written? Do you know?
Scream?
No, I know when Scream came out, but when was that review written? I
don't
feel
know.
like it would have
I
been
have to
around
see,
the same time.
I'll have to
right?
check. But I was really mad.
Somebody was upset about Scream, right?
They were like, "This is a true one, not like Scream, but more like they said Jason or what is another one? They said Jason and
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween.
There's a Halloween connection in this movie.
Oh,
yeah, we'll get to it.
Because he wears a mask.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's it.
No, there's. It's so weird because can you remember a film that you kind of just hated on because it was overly popular, but kind of annoying because of that back in the day as a child?
Well, I mean, I felt that way with Avatar, but I mean that one just deserves
that
hate.
one's still a shit.
Yeah, it's just bad.
No, a movie that I did
not
it
bad
with,
in a way that we'll cover it.
I know,
Like,
right?
We're not going near that.
A movie that I did it with back in the day, and it solely rested upon the hype around it, and now like I can even admit back then I actually did like it, but didn't want to admit it.
Oh, Mighty Joe Young?
Oh yeah. Nope. A year later though, or a year earlier, Titanic.
Okay.
I genuinely, when it came out, I was like, that fucking song.
I wasn't old enough for like emotions and opinions, so I just saw it and was like, oh, boob. Like I was 6 when I saw it, or like I was a youngin'.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw it in the theater as a child, like when she realizes he's dead, there was a tear, and then it immediately froze because it was cold in that theater too.
Yeah.
Like they were really giving us the experience.
It was so. I went to see The Incredibles 2 last night, and I was frozen.
How was it?
It was really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
totally worth it.
Yeah.
And it's like dominating its opening weekend.
Oh wow. Okay. So if you are actually listening to this episode, we'll give you a full review on that.
Yeah.
For July's. How's it called? July's Shorties 2. We didn't come up with a name still, and one person gave us a name.
Shorties 2,
guys,
our review.
You're not listening to us. When we asked you for a name, we said we'd give you a free shirt. You know, I don't know what else to tell you.
You get nothing. Anyway,
you lose. Good day, sir.
We are talking about Uncle
so
Sam.
Busy lifting drinks.
Back to our movie. Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he dies, but then we flash over to a little boy in bed.
Okay. So were you the only one who, like, through the whole movie was like, I don't know any of their names?
I remember Jody.
Jody, the boy.
That's about it.
That's it.
But then everyone else is like white woman, blonde hair, white man.
Okay.
Generic white man, and then it was like sheriff, and then
sheriff,
but
but also
guy with one leg.
But okay,
those are my characters.
Here's the thing. This is a movie that is like, okay, blonde woman, mom haircut, right? You're like, okay, that's the mom, and the boy comes in, and she cleans up his bandage because he steps, like a picture frame falls over, and he cuts his foot and goes into her, and that's how she's introduced, right? You're like, boom, mom hair. That's her son. Boom. Right?
Yes.
Next scene. Blonde woman
picks up phone.
Blonde woman, mom haircut, not her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There
Right.
were like 4 types of characters.
Right.
It was blonde female, white guy, the sheriff.
Right. But
and then black guy with
there's
one
more
leg.
to this. There's more to this. And then let's take it home with a poor casting choice. Number 3 is one blonde woman, mom haircut, has a boyfriend who is the deputy who acts like a oversexed prepubescent teenager.
Yeah.
Who like is immediately pretty much sexually harassing her the entire movie for even a kiss, right? And you're like, okay. And then
let me just put my arm around you. No one's looking at us at this county fair where I'm the only sheriff in town, and there's a creepy Uncle Sam staring at us.
Also, then other blonde with mom haircut has a sleazy lawyer who's also acting like a prepubescent teen.
He's kind of like, he's not like a radical liberal, but it's like what conservatives see as like a radical liberal.
This
like,
whole film,
I didn't agree with that, and everyone's like, he's a bad person because he wants a right to choose. Like
this whole film was like, let's get revenge on them liberals.
Yeah,
those snowflakes.
Anytime like any sort of politics popped up, I was like, oh, I can zone out now.
Yeah.
You're a horror movie, not a political statement.
Yeah.
Take a note, Purge.
Right.
That's why your next or this recent film is terrible. Apparently,
Okay.
it's not getting great reviews.
Well, it is also a prequel, and I don't give a shit what happened in the past mostly.
I mean, they could have done an interesting thing. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Anyway,
no.
So now, like I said, we're introduced, and it turns out, are they sisters or sister-in-law?
They're sister-in-laws.
Okay.
So I severely paid attention to this because a lot of the reviews online were like, we don't know what's happening.
There's a full monologue about who.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Like, Uncle Sam is Uncle Sam in this film.
He's the uncle of Jody.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam is the other character I remember the name of. That's
Yeah,
right.
I would hope so. Right? But that's where I wrote down, I went, oh boy, this is fucking dumb.
Yeah. And it takes place in Twin Rivers, USA. No state, no zip code, no area code, just Twin Rivers.
But that's how all conservative middle America sees themselves anyway.
I know.
There is no
I'm
state.
from there.
We are just USA.
Yeah.
So, the body of Sam comes back. And I don't know about you, but do people have public viewings in their living room?
Sometimes, yeah. It depends on what the family wants to do.
That's just weird.
It also, though, was kind of funny because she was like, so Jody's mom is like, we can't have the visitation in your place. We'll have it at mine because it's a lot bigger. But then you eventually go over to her place.
To either place, and they're both about the same.
Exactly the same size.
I thought they were the same house.
Yeah, right? Oh, so what people are also confused on, they were like, so he's been dead for 3 years, then they sent the corpse because they found it? So what actually happened is... So he goes over to see, and then the last time she heard from him was about 3 years ago, so they just assumed he's dead. But then this helicopter
which is why
mission,
she's dating the deputy, but still kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah. But then the mission or whatever happens, and it fails, and they die, and then they send the body back. So she assumed he was dead for 3 years, because people are online and were like, what? 3 years? Why would you send a body after that long? It's like, no. They just gave up on him. Yeah.
So that it can properly decompose, so that it looks scary, guys. Come on.
Ooh, dead guy.
With
his creepy cat contact lenses. They were like, Thriller's still cool, right?
He just looks like, okay, this is weird too. He looks like Maniac Cop, which was also this director's movie. He just, especially in the fully dressed soldier's uniform.
Yeah.
Right?
Which he wore for all of 2 seconds that we never actually fully see the uniform. And
he just looks like Maniac
metals
Cop.
directly into his chest.
Yeah.
Where are we? What's happening in this film?
These metals are important to me. They need to be close to the heart. So, okay.
Oh, also...
We really do need to describe this because I'm going to assume that 99% of our listeners will never watch this film.
Well, before his body gets there, we get shown that Jody has a really fond idea and memory of his Uncle Sam, and he really loves army stuff, and he's even got medals that he kept from his uncle.
Okay, this boy is, like, OG, like, real in this film. Everything that comes out of his mouth is real.
He's like an adult human.
Yes. Like, there's a scene where he's like, somebody's like, you really loved your uncle. And he's like, yeah, he's the only one around here who ever did anything important. And like right in front of his like aunt. And she was just like, oh God, dagger. And then there's another time where he's talking to his teacher who apparently knew Uncle Sam.
That was what I was going to say next.
Yeah.
So, okay. So our school scene is next. He goes to school. So it shows the date. It was July 1st.
Right.
Why did he go to school? School doesn't happen still in July 1st. And it's not even like summer school. The teacher's like, open up your math books.
Yeah.
But the teacher...
Because this is Main Street USA.
Yeah.
And Main Street USA,
It's
we all go to
year
school
round. Yeah.
year round. Like good Cub Scouts.
So, randomly in the lesson, Jody raises his hand and is like, my uncle's officially dead. He died of friendly fire. And, like, they go on this kind of discussion in class of, like, yeah, sometimes people just don't... He's like, oh, I taught your...
He's like, uncle. He was a... he used to be a... what was the word? I actually wrote it down because it's really weird. Oh, he was a student in my class. And I'm like, in what class? Like, where you were both students? Because you're not that old looking.
No.
Right? And then he goes on this diatribe, like you were saying, about being like, your uncle fought in wars, and I was going to fight in the Korean War, but I decided to run away.
He was like, there was a draft during that time, but some people didn't agree with it, and I was one of those people. And then
I'm like, ugh. So were we still on this? That was like 40 years ago.
But then he's like, I also know that some people ran out of the country, and all the students are like, so you dodged the draft. You're going to be charged with draft evasion. Okay. And then...
But also, like, nobody cares.
Then Cody's once again a dick, and he goes, yeah, my uncle said that you were a coward. And he was like,
he's
okay,
like, yeah, so,
I don't think so.
Page 32.
Yeah. And then Cody turns after he's like, go back to your seat and open up your math book. And he's like, my uncle said you were a coward. I didn't say you were a coward. But then throughout the movie, Cody's like, everyone sucks if they're not into the army. Like, I'm like, no, you probably thought he was a coward just because you're a jerk of a child.
My uncle's trying to make America great again.
Oh, God. Yeah.
One murder at a time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is whenever we get, Cody is pedaling back home as they're delivering the casket to Cody's house, and Cody's mom is like, oh, Cody, why are you touching the casket? And Cody can't leave this. It's not Cody, it's Jody.
It's Jody.
Sorry,
yeah.
I don't know. I stared directly into your eyes and was like, Cody's wrong. Jody, sorry, that's not a boy's name, but sure. Nope. So Jody, boy Jody, he is like constantly touching and playing with the casket, trying to open it. Jody.
Yeah, I know. I
like,
wanted to make sense of it. No,
it's
like Jody, and it makes no sense.
Yeah,
like I've never heard that before.
It just constantly reminded me of Jodie Foster and her assassin.
Oh, yeah,
or the guy that assassinated someone for, was it Jodie Foster or someone else?
I mean,
political. It's all political.
Yeah, you're right, because of Reagan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he won't stop playing with the casket, and then there's like the open, not the open casket. There's like the open house memorial thing, and this is when we get introduced to.
Well, there's a scene with Jed, which is Isaac Hayes.
Jed, yeah.
Okay, so it's Isaac Hayes, which there was a scene right like prior to him coming in and seeing the casket, where it seemed like he was doing a like red light district. It was like a red light district one man stage play. He's like, I'm Soldier Jed, whatever. I don't even know what his name is.
Oh, he's like drinking in a red lit motel room.
Yeah. He's like, I'm Sergeant Jed Crowley, and I'm here to serve, protect and serve. And I'm like, all right. And then
you just hear like very far off gunshots, and he's like, PTSD setting in again.
Yeah. That, and he's like,
okay.
He's like, way too many donuts and way too many mothballs.
I know.
Right?
I was
you're like,
mothballs? Why are you eating mothballs? God, those make you fat? I should eat mothballs.
Right. So what we learn is that Isaac Hayes is, like I said, Sergeant Jed Crowley. And Sergeant Jed Crowley is somebody that fought in World War II, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah. Because he's talking about marching up the shores of
Normandy.
No, not Normandy. Actually, he's talking about like
Kuwait,
the Philippines
Vietnam.
and stuff. Yeah. No. I think he's talking about Philippines.
Basically,
well, he might be talking about Vietnam. Honestly, I can't quite figure it out. No, it is.
Well,
Vietnam.
the teacher opposed the Vietnam War.
That's right. Okay, so it is Vietnam. I don't know. I'm not a geographist. I don't know how that works. You didn't like that one, or you liked it too much?
That one was terrible. Get out. Ban you.
But either way, like I couldn't figure out exactly what he was talking about. But he goes on this rant to Jody, because Jody's like, I want to join the military just like my Uncle Sam, and he's like, boy.
It seems like everyone knew that Uncle Sam was a bad person except for Jody.
Everyone knew that Uncle Sam was a piece of shit.
They were like, he had anger management issues.
Well, because Jody
This is why they do psychological evaluation for.
Yeah.
This is why our friend did psych. Psych ops. What did she do that she lied about?
I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh.
What's it called? Damn it. Now I've
What?
lost my... Thank you for losing my train of thought.
He's like shaming Jody for...
for wanting to join the military. Okay, so Jody's mom even says in her introduction scene, she's like, you were like so young, you don't even remember him. Like, which is the realest thing I've ever heard in a movie, is the thing that a lot of people need to start like admitting to other people. Like, what is it? I love her to death, but my sister's guilty of this, is being like, I remember when you like, we had like this like bouncy rocking chair, and I like pulled it all the way back and sprung it, and she, as an infant child, flew across the room. Right? And she's like, I remember that. I'm like, no, you don't. Right? So, like, I like the idea that this movie was finally like, you don't remember your Uncle Sam because you were, like, an infant. Don't go around saying that you do. One, because he's a piece of shit that used to abuse your mom and used to abuse me. Oh, wait. No, I mean, he's the mom. Yeah. Used to abuse your mom, which is me, right? Because he was my brother, and used to abuse your aunt and things like that.
And I was like, great, the aunt can be a placeholder for me instead. I was like, oh.
And but also, like, this is sending another weird message where they're like, people in the military go home and, you know, have all fucked up PTSD and wind up abusing their spouses and family.
Well, that's the other thing that...
The thing is, he did this prior to going in the military.
Yeah. That's what Isaac Hayes says at one point in the film. He's like, they go over there and they shoot people and die and they get bits of them blown off and then they get a medal and they say they come back a hero. And I was like, oh, okay, I think you have your own anger that you're taking on a child right now.
Also, this is a scene where he needs to very emphatically... like, make sure that Jody knows that he still has his dick.
Yeah. Well, he's like, yeah, my leg got blown off. And he's like, that's crazy.
He's like, and you don't need to ask me about the other... No, yeah, you don't need to ask me about the other thing, because it's there. It's totally there. That's how I had kids and grandkids and everything. Dick is there. I'm only slightly emphasizing what actually that line of dialogue went through. Like, I actually, saying the grandkids and everything, that's all in there.
Yeah.
He's like, it's totally there, totally huge.
So then that day kind of ends, and it's like nighttime now.
Yep.
Jody's playing with the medals, and he's like, he wants to open up the casket to put the medals with his uncle's body, but he can't because it's sealed shut. So he undoes the latch, but can't open it up. So
this is that night too.
This is the night before 4th of July.
Right, where they're like, let's all have dinner in front of my brother's dead body.
Yeah. With her boyfriend.
Yeah. So it's her boyfriend. Damn it. Okay, sister.
Mom.
There's mom and there's sister. This is mom.
Yeah.
Which is his sister. Damn it.
Mom and boyfriend.
Mom and boyfriend. Right. Yes.
And then the son's
but not. This is weird.
Yeah.
See, okay, it's mom and boyfriend, which is sister to Uncle Sam. And then there's wife. Yeah. That's how we'll do it. Wife is wife.
Yeah.
Right? And wife is dating deputy. Mom to Jody, sister to Sam, is dating sleazy lawyer.
Yeah, her name's Sally.
Her name's Sally?
Sally is the mom. Louise is the wife.
How do you know?
Because Louise Harper.
God damn it.
And it was Sam Harper.
Yeah, no, I got it. Thank you.
Figured that one out.
Yeah, I still like...
I'm a detective.
I still like mom and wife. Because they don't matter.
But
here's another point. Here's another problem with this film is that...
those two characters don't matter after...
They don't.
Like, literally after...
After both of their boyfriends die, they just have one more scene, and... that's it.
And it's the scene where they revealed to the child that they were abused.
So, there is one more where she like pulls a gun on Uncle Sam, shoots him, and then runs away and is not there to see how it goes down.
Yeah.
So like
she's like, blow up my house, thanks.
Yeah. She has no conflict resolution.
Him, bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks for dealing with him. I dealt with him for like 12 years.
Bye,
or something.
nephew. And I left you with your crazy blind friend and your other.
God, the blind friend.
Okay,
comes out
so
of left field too.
Yeah. So Jody doesn't want anything to do with her sleazy, like, lawyery boyfriend. And that scene just kind of ends too.
He says like more rude stuff, and he gets grounded for the entire weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And so then
that doesn't matter either.
Yeah, he does
just
his
like
little,
in Carrie 2. Like, you're grounded. Oh no.
Okay,
I'm just gonna sneak out anyway.
Yeah. So he does his metal thing, and then he goes to sleep. But
while that's happening, so 3 teenagers are in the graveyard of
lighting a flag on fire.
Yeah, they're just in the graveyard lighting a flag on fire. This must have pissed so many people down south off.
Yeah.
Because, they light a flag, they're spinning it around in the air, and I did not know this about flags. Did you know that if you burn a flag and that the ashes actually touch the ground of a fallen soldier, he becomes reanimated?
See, I thought he was already reanimated.
I did too.
But like all the descriptions online are like, a burning flag brought him back to life. And I was like, he was like moaning in that coffin before the flag was burned.
He also
came back to life once already and was like,
and was like, friendly
that's what
fire.
you call friendly fire. Or don't be afraid, it's only friendly fire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna die again.
Like, let me make a joke.
Somebody needs to burn a flag. I have a party to go to by 5. I need somebody to burn a flag.
So the flag wakes him up, but then he gets distracted on his way because there is an Uncle Sam on big stilts looking in the second-story window of a neighbor. And she's used to that peeping Tom because she's like, I'm going to get you, Willie.
Yeah, I'm going to call the police this time. Right. The other times I was kind of turned on by it, but not when you're completely in Uncle Sam's on 2-story stilts.
If I was being chased and I was on stilts, I'd probably just grab a tree branch and hang out there.
He hits a tree branch and
runs
falls.
right into it. He's like, oops. I was like, okay, idiot.
But also, he's got this gigantic leg span.
I know.
I'm pretty sure. Well, he seemed horrible on stilts.
He was bad at stilts.
Right? And I'm like, you're going to be in the parade tomorrow? Like, that's not going to work out for you.
So, also, while he's like walking on the stilts, he's on grass and it's like.
Yeah. Yeah. So
terrible sound editing. It was like clunk, clunk, clunk. I was like, that grass sounds like wooden floors.
Did you see the after credit scene?
No, and I knew there was one, but I was like, I can't.
It's not a part of the plot. It's a deleted scene in which the stilt walker, when he was coming from the girl's house, he goes from grass to curb and doesn't land the step and just falls over, and then there's like a stunt guy or something that runs towards him like, oh my god, and that's it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Sounds great.
Yeah, right.
So how does he kill that guy?
Okay,
does he just
so
stab him?
He takes.
He
takes hedge shears.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, hedge clipping scissors.
He takes his hand. So the Uncle Sam is wearing a mask, and he's like, "Have fun seeing," and he looks like he's about to stab out his eyes, and you even hear like, but then he pulls the mask off, and the guy's like blinking, like. Yeah. Did you stab his eyes or not?
He doesn't really. This is a movie in which you would think that, because remember what I texted you when I said, I was like, prepare for what seems to be Thanksgiving or Jack Frost.
I would say more Jack Frost than Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving was not my favorite.
But basically, Killing and Jack Frost have the same kind of thing where they're going to do puns and stuff and taglines, and he doesn't quite seem to get it right ever. Right?
He'll be like at the grill and he's like, enjoy the heat.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Come on. There could have been so many times when like something like, just.
Like with the fireworks. He could have just been like, how does it feel being star-spangled?
This could have been way more fun. This could have been like, like a splash of blood that happened to make stripes. And he's like, that's some red, white, and blue right there. Anything. Like, or...
Killed someone during sex and did the stripes, and he's like, yeah, they got red, white, and blue. Because there was head
Balls.
in a car. Did you see that for like 5 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
2 people getting head, and then it's like, yeah, we'll never talk about that again.
Wait,
or
what?
one guy getting head.
Who was getting head?
During the sack race.
What?
After he flies down the hill.
What?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Someone was getting head in a car. You didn't see that?
No.
In an old, broken down automobile? It's just a random shot. And they're like, what's that? She's like...
Oh, I totally was looking down. See, it's another movie.
They just had that.
Okay, I think we need to establish a new level of, like, I've been thinking about this, too, where I'm like, I don't really like the W's that much anymore. Like, so I'm on a level of being like, where did this fall in your attention span? Was it I was watching the whole time, or was I on my phone? Because halfway through this movie, because it took so long for Uncle Sam to even be Uncle Sam, there's like 5 shots of him in the coffin, just being like, anytime now. Just kind of waiting for it.
I think 40 or 45 minutes in is whenever he actually starts killing people.
It's ridiculous.
Or gets out of the coffin to kill people.
So I was already bored.
Yeah.
Right? Because you need some establishing kills that aren't the opening of the film.
Aren't just leaning up and firing a gun a couple times.
Yeah.
That's not it.
No. So in the sack race, I was like, oh, a sack race. I'll just wait till the music changes to horror, and then I'll look up again. And that's what happened to me. Good. So I missed. Damn it.
So, yes, he kills Uncle Sam, Stilt Walker, and it shows him, like, cutting off the costumes to make, like, the legs.
He starts tailoring.
Yeah, I know. It's like, he had to tailor it real quick. And then he goes to the funeral, or the funeral land, the cemetery.
Oh, funeral land?
Yep.
It's one of my favorite lands in all of Disney. Let me tell
we
you.
put the fun in funeral land.
Welcome to Corpse-otopia.
Ow.
Riding on the corpse down a canal.
Oh, it'd be so good.
Semitopia.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. Then he goes to the cemetery. One guy's like, "Hold up, I gotta pee," and walks a full other
direction
cemetery away.
Yeah.
He's not even close enough his friends. Like, literally, you turn around and pee on a tree.
Yeah.
Like, you already burned an American flag in a cemetery and, like, danced on graves. You might as well just turn around and piss on a gravestone. I'm sure your friend wouldn't be like, oh, what's up?
I mean, they spray painted gravestones.
Yeah.
They don't care, right? But he decides that
he's got to walk forever away from his friends
and pee inside the 6-foot hole of Sam Harper.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, that's also something you do. I don't know about you. Every time I went to a cemetery, I immediately found the fresh grave.
I enjoy going to cemeteries.
Desecrated
It's
it.
what I do on vacations. I always go and I visit a cemetery because they're actually really cool.
Funeral land?
Funeral lands. Yeah, I love funeral lands. It's my theme park. No, you can see some amazing sculptures and stuff.
Come on, let's go to the mortuary. It's my favorite ride.
Smell that? It's bodies. It's being burned. Come on, over here. Take these old flowers. You won't be haunted. Never touch or take anything from a grave.
Crematorium.
It's an ice cream parlor.
Nice. I kind of like it. Great.
People are like, ooh, that's dark. No,
Right?
It's just our chocolate.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Yay.
Yes. So then Uncle Sam, as he's peeing, not Uncle Sam's peeing, as his child is peeing, he like takes the spray paint and like spray paints the different colors
it's so
over his
fucking
face.
stupid.
And the guy's like, ow, what is that? Ow, my eyes. What are you doing? Ow, stop spraying. Ow. Hey,
I'm gonna get a major aerosol hangover
ow,
tomorrow.
Come on. Ow. Like, it's just like him saying ow and then a line inserted between it. So he falls into the... so then he passes out. Uncle Sam apparently hit him in the head and broke his leg and threw him in the grave.
And I guess also waited for him to wake back up, however long that took.
Like, you should have just started throwing dirt on him.
Right.
Because he buries him alive. Also, I feel like getting buried alive while you're able to, like, mostly stand is kind of really hard to do. But he did it. He managed to get buried alive, sadly.
Yeah, to the point where
his hand is just
his hand is still sticking out there, and I'm like, that's a tall dude.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's a 6-foot grave.
But it wasn't really 6 feet. Because the guy was, like, standing and, like, grabbing the edge, and it was, like, at his shoulder height.
I don't know.
Like, that wasn't a regulation grave size.
Well, maybe he's super tall. You don't know. Maybe he's on 25-foot stilts.
Yeah.
I mean, that did happen in this film.
So then, he buries him alive. Mm-hmm. Uncle Sam walks away, and it shows the 2 other friends, and one of them,
I guess, have been waiting for hours.
Yeah, one of their friends is like, "Okay, I gotta go because I gotta like do things, or I gotta wake up before my drunk dad, or I gotta get home before my passed out drunk dad wakes up."
Yeah, I gotta go home before Tim the Toolman Taylor upsets me because he's another kid with the parted down the middle bowl cut.
So common.
And the other guy goes to check on his friend. This is where I don't quite. I mean, I'm not gonna like solidly set it as fact. I don't really recall flags in cemeteries that much, like flag poles. I know flags, yes, but flag poles, I don't know.
Flag poles, maybe at the very
beginning or something, maybe, I don't know. But either way, the kid gets a flagpole rope, which to me doesn't seem like it would be enough to support a body. But I also don't know because I'm not a racist.
Oh.
And I don't hang people from poles.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Backpedal.
Oh, God.
Yes, he gets hung from a flagpole, but miraculously...
I'm sorry, I'm not from the South.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No one,
We just lost the whole southern seaboard!
That's all right.
Turning this off.
But miraculously, no one finds that body the next day.
Fine with his horrible Trump impressions, but I cannot deal with him calling us racist.
Yeah.
Only we can call ourselves racist. Anyway.
So no one finds that body somehow.
Fucking snowflake Californians.
I know. We're going to separate into 3 states, and then we can't secede. It's a way to break us apart.
No, you can't separate into 3 states.
Well,
that would give the Republicans all the power.
They want us to separate into 3 states.
I know.
Republicans.
No, I know.
It's bad.
Anyway,
I don't know. I don't
get
politics. I don't do it.
Yeah.
I just see Reddit and then go, oh, okay, sure.
I thought you said I just see red.
Yeah, I just see red.
I do too when they take a knee.
I got spray paint right across my face.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. So then the next day is 4th of July, and we're at the parade. It's the beginning of the parade, and there's a George Washington. And
it doesn't feel like 4th of July,
I know.
by the way.
I was like,
it feels like rehearsal day the day before.
It did.
Because nobody's planned. Like,
everyone's like, crap.
People seem hungover from a party we didn't see the night before.
So teacher goes back inside to get the hatchet. Lo and behold, he gets a hatchet to the face.
Right. This is also another one.
Very predictable.
Where I feel like they're like, the hatchet kill didn't work. So can we just cut to him dropping to the floor after? Right. And people are where's the hatchet? And he's like, hatchet.
Yeah.
Right? Meanwhile,
we're going to lose our spot in the parade.
Uncle Sam also whispers everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a lot of smoke inhalation.
He watched The Wishmaster and wanted to be the same thing.
It did feel a little Wishmaster-y.
Right.
It's pretty weird.
Even though this was before Wishmaster.
Yeah.
So, while this is happening, the coward teacher, that's another thing. They really kind of established all the people that you're like, well, Sam's gonna kill that guy, and that guy, and that guy, right?
Yeah.
So now we're established a completely new subplot.
Oh, the bad politician?
That's another one, though.
Okay, never
right?
mind. Come back to that. Put a pin in it.
The Crowans, right? Now
the firework child.
Right? And this is our connection to Halloween, because the mom is PJ Souls.
Oh.
Now, PJ Souls is See Anything You Like in Halloween.
Okay.
She's the one that flashes Michael Myers when he's under the ghost sheet.
Oh.
That's PJ Souls, and she's the mom in this one. Do you need a little facial recognition?
No, I know who she is.
Oh, okay. So, PJ Souls is the mom, and this is the Crowans. And the Crowans...
Her upper lip straightened vanished. She is a white woman.
Yeah, but you remember her, right? With the little pigtails? And...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like?
She's the... Yeah, See Anything You Like? Right? So I was like, oh, cool. That's nice. That's a nice, more... I don't know, relevant reference than what they throw at the end of this movie.
Yeah.
But
her son was a victim of... Oh, did you have more?
No, I was going to describe this. You go.
Okay. I was like, oh, he got mad that I took lead on that.
No.
Her son, as we later find out, because at first they're very vague about it. They're like, they're gonna see what they did to him, and we're gonna be there, and we're gonna be a reminder of how terrible they can be. And you're like, don't know who it is, but
you also don't care.
Yeah. But all the other information that you get is that
because you're just child, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah. Their child is wheelchair bound, has burn scars and sunglasses, which means he's blind, I guess.
He's trying too hard to be Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
And he's got a burn and he's blind.
Yeah.
And it's all through a fireworks accident, which course
happened
it is.
a year prior at the big firework display.
Right.
So we don't find out oh, the mean kids.
So
did it or
everybody
anything.
gets hurt at a fireworks display once a year, apparently.
But so while they're there, while they're kind of like standing around, the mom and the dad, PJ Souls and their husband, they go off to do something. And Uncle
Go
Sam
up to get
walks
like a
up.
funnel cake.
Yeah. Uncle Sam walks up and starts petting the child.
Oh,
And
this
he's
is
like,
my
I've got
favorite.
burn marks too. And he's like, who are you? Who's rubbing me?
Okay, so
Not
it's
again,
just,
Pastor.
Wait, let's let's set it up. Because,
Like,
all right, it's a
creepy white
full
glove
medium shot of just the kid from, like, head to chin, right? Like, top of the head to chin, right? And he's just staring at the camera with, like, big Wayfair black sunglasses on. Blind kid sunglasses, you know? And then a white gloved hand just comes into frame and starts, like, stroking and embracing his cheek and his chin. And this is my favorite. Because he goes, I'm here to do what you want me to do.
Yeah, like Wishmaster.
Yeah, and the kid's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
What's going on?
What?
And as this is happening, the camera is tilting kind of sideways for no reason. Did you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And basically he's like, I'm like you, and I'm going to do all the people that did you wrong. And he's like, all right. Which,
Sounds
did
good.
he wind up doing that for him?
I don't know. 'Cause
Were
he just,
those
like,
also the kids who burned the flag, and it's just two birds, one stone?
Maybe. Like, it's never established who actually burned him.
Nope.
But they're like, all right,
Never.
cool. And then after this, we start some sack races.
Yes, we do the sack races.
So
We're
this is
also
also-
introduced to the congressman,
Yeah.
which is, what the...
He's corrupt, but he needs to make a speech.
At first-
I blacked out during that
I don't
part.
know, because at first I was like, what the fuck is Robert Forster doing in this movie, right?
Yeah.
But then I took a more deeper look at Robert Forster's, like, actual background from, like, this point prior, and he's full of B movies. I mean, those who don't know Robert Forster would be, like, his biggest claims to fame, like, for me that I remember him in, is Jackie Brown.
Mm-hmm.
He is, like, the it's like the bail bondsman that helps Jackie throughout the movie and then like goes away with her into the sunset kind of thing. He's also like a lot of military men and a lot of things. Yeah, that kind of, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know who he is, right?
Sure.
No, you don't. I can tell it. I
I
can hear
don't.
it in
I
your
have zero
voice.
idea.
You have every idea who Robert
know.
Forster is.
Probably.
Let's see.
Congressman
Biggest
Alvin
claims to fame
Cummings.
other than Jackie Brown would be like he was a military man in
Olympus Has Fallen. Did you
Uh-huh.
know? I read the script for Olympus Has Fallen before it was even in production.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I like Olympus Has
shadowed
Fallen.
it.
And the
original
White House
story.
Down is the one I'm like, eh.
The original story of Olympus Has Fallen, the president's wife was supposed to die in a snowmobile accident as her snowmobile was crossing a lake and fell through the ice.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah.
That happened in the sequel, London. No, he's been in a lot of things. Lucky Number 11, Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle. Like, you all right there?
Like Mike.
Me, Myself, and Irene. He's the main
Oh.
colonel in the police force.
Me, Myself, and Irene is a hilarious movie.
I saw it in the theater back in the day.
I loved it.
I remember.
Me and my family
yeah.
used to watch it all the time.
So, but it was another thing where I was like, "What are you doing in this film? Like, this
Yeah.
is more. You are more than that." And then I looked back and I was just like, "Oh, wait, no, never mind."
It's
He was in
all
all the
B,
Maniac
yeah.
Cops. I can see the connection. Like, it's just he likes B movies. So, now we go on to, like you said, the sack race, because it's just established that Robert Forster is playing a congressman who may or may not
Yeah.
be corrupt, but also
corrupt.
just cares about how
Himself,
he looks
yeah.
in shades,
Yeah.
because that's
Shades
his
on,
only.
shades off.
Yeah,
Shades on, shades off.
that's it. Right? Not important.
And,
I feel like his scenes were on the cutting room floor somewhere,
well,
where
so
it establishes more of him.
all of these scenes at, like, the parade day and, like, their festival kind of get jumbled together because
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
only-
linear, like, oh, that happened, then this happened. And literally, Uncle Sam, like, has the power to teleport. Like, this next scene establishes it. It's weird. Like, you can still see
you mean
one...
where he's in a bush and then
then
the
he's in the
camera
next
just
bush.
kind of
He's
moves
in the
over to the
lemon
next
groves.
side? Yeah.
He's like, can we get out of here? I have a citrus allergy.
Oh, well, that's Uncle Bob.
Right.
That's his. He's also helping him out on this.
So,
Or that's Jed. That's the real twist. Isaac Hayes has been in on it the whole time.
So,
not really, folks.
I'm
like, sorry, we're already confusing you.
Bowl cut part. He's sack racing.
JTT.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor. No,
Zachary Ty Bryan. He's just back from Carrie 2.
Oh, I was like, what? I was like, you said JTT.
I think they both had a bowl cut.
Yeah.
Anybody know? Anybody care?
They all did. Let's just say they all did. So they're sack racing, and this guy's obviously like, watch out, and like shoulder checking people, and he's like, hey girl, at one point.
Right.
He just says, hey girl. So then like they're pushing people. I don't know where the start of this race and the end of this race is. They're like, go through the woods and meet at the back of town hall, I guess. Like there's no start, there's no finish.
It doesn't make any sense.
So he's jumping along, he like knocking people down, but then he accidentally jumps like off the edge of a cliff. I
don't know, because he rolls like Chris Farley does in Black Sheep. He just rolls, and then it cuts, and he's rolling more.
He rolls like a hot rod.
Yes,
like,
yes,
ow,
that's right.
ow,
You did just watch
ow,
that.
Ow,
Oh,
he like keeps going. So then he finally gets to the end, and then he's like trying to get out of like, oh god. And this is whenever you see 3 cars that are like old and decrepit, maybe 2, and there's one guy like sitting in it. And at first I was like, oh, this is where he's hiding the bodies, and he's gonna hide the body.
Right.
But then you also hear, and it's like,
yep, I didn't hear
who is
any of
that?
this.
And the guy's like, oh, no one. And you see a lady's head pop up. Literally, that's
Missed
it.
all that. Yep.
So, so then
Didn't care at that point.
Sack Race Bully is he's hopping along, and he sees one Uncle Sam, and he's like, what are you doing, weirdo? And then he like hops past 2 more trees, and there's Uncle Sam again, and he's like, whoa, god, he's teleporting. He's like, get away, stupid. And then he hops 2 more, and he's like, come on, what's wrong with you? And then he just cuts his head off. I was like, oh, okay, he's dead.
That's
Never mind.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the sack
with a
is like,
butcher knife that he stole off of the barbecue.
oh,
that's
the
happening.
barbecue. Yeah. So a girl was barbecuing. She was like chopping ribs up with a butcher knife,
And
or not a butcher knife.
She's one of the only people that hasn't done Sam wrong. She just also happens to be a weed smoker.
Yeah. Right. Bad. It's not a butcher knife. It's a meat cleaver.
Yeah, I thought that's butcher knife. I don't know.
A butcher knife is like a long
Sure.
blade. A meat cleaver's got weight
Yeah, it is a
behind it, so
cleaver.
you can crunch.
Yeah, you're
so you
right.
can get through bones.
Well, whatever. Who cares?
That's how you cut apart chickens.
Who cares?
I
Keep
work
going.
in the meat department. I'm trying. Okay, I got to get all the
Yeah,
info in.
I know you work in the meat department.
Worked.
No, you still work in the meat
I
department.
work in a meat department, but the meat department was college.
So
yeah.
Anyway, god damn it, just keep going, because like this is where it's just like kill after kill after kill. So
Jody's mom is like going up to her boyfriend who played Abraham Lincoln.
No, we skipped how this happened though. So Uncle Sam is like,
I thought it just happened and she found his body.
No, Uncle Sam's like, I'm gonna go like play skeet shooting.
Oh yeah, and he
Yeah, is it like Uncle Sam, the reanimated corpse of Sam Harper, is like, I'm gonna go play skeet shooting.
Well, it's a shooting gallery,
right? At a shooting gallery.
Skeet shooting is when they throw the clay disc.
You need to stop.
Do you want me to correct you or someone else?
No, they don't correct me because they don't comment.
We know.
They only text me. Stop texting me,
Peyton. God.
Comment on the Facebook. That's what I'm telling you guys.
Call Jonathan out on his bullshit so I don't get in trouble.
Please. But either way, nobody's going to correct me because they're not watching these movies.
Yeah.
Only you and I are watching these movies.
So I sound really smart.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we really need to start telling people, too, at the beginning of the episode, you can find this on YouTube right now.
Oh, yeah, you can find this on YouTube.
It's also
right
on
now.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay? So, anyway.
Steals...
He
like,
just straight up, like, the BB gun owner is like, hey, you're a good shot. You should be in the military. Meh. And then, like, turns to get something and turns back around, and the gun has been yanked off the chain, and nobody went and reported being like, hey, there was a guy in the Uncle Sam costume, the one that's been running around, and everybody's like, he's doing a phenomenal job as Uncle Sam this year.
Who is
I'm
that
like,
guy?
If the character of Uncle Sam is just a creeper, yeah, sure.
Who is it that runs into Uncle Sam and looks directly into his eyes, and they're like yellow and
Isaac
burnt?
Hayes.
And I was like, okay, cool.
He runs into them with a sound effect that made me think like, shit, he just straight up stabbed him. Yeah, that was weird, but he didn't. Yeah. But everybody's like, what a great Uncle Sam.
Oh, sorry, I stepped
like,
on your stack of lunch meat.
Is the Is Uncle Sam just... Is the character of Uncle Sam that you're supposed to play when you play Uncle Sam is just creepy?
Oh.
And, like, just going around, like...
You ever met an uncle?
Yeah,
Oh,
touche.
God, I'm an uncle. Never mind.
Uncle
Oh, wait, never
Uncle
mind.
Diddley?
Yeah, I'm right. No, oh.
Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. There you go. Uncle Sam's. Uncle Diddley. He's going to fuck you in the end.
He went there.
Yeah. So...
Yes.
Anyway, so...
Steals the gun.
He steals the gun, and then we're not shown the kill,
Yeah.
but you have another man, which now that I think about it, may or may not have included in the rundown of another death. So we might actually have 12 deaths, but either way, because this is where it got overwhelming for me, is that her boyfriend, which is Jodie's mom.
Yeah.
Yes, Jodie's mom's boyfriend, the lawyer, sleazy lawyer, is dressed up as like Abe Lincoln. He's been doing it for years. So much so that I had to buy a costume, man. And that's what he says. And
he wanted that part, like he wanted a hole in the head.
Did. Oh, come on.
What? He wanted to see that show, like he wanted a hole in the head.
Yeah,
It's my favorite thing.
If you're going to say it with conviction, okay? You were so shy about it, right?
It's because it's a stolen joke. And those never feel right.
All our jokes are, apparently.
What?
I don't know.
I was like, mine usually aren't.
No.
My voice got so high. Yeah, so Jodie's mom was walking up and she's like, come on, are you going to sit up there all day? And touches him and he like tumbles off his platform and she's like, oops. Like, her reaction is basically like, oh.
And he's got a bullet in the head, just like Abe Lincoln. And I'm like, hardy har har.
So then the entire cast walks up to stand around the body. Meanwhile, Jodie's mom is sitting in the back of the truck.
Eating popcorn.
And Jodie's like, wow, this really sucks. And she's like, I thought you were grounded.
Yep.
And they're just like, okay.
This is the level that we're on. It's just like, it doesn't... Nobody seems to really care. The entire 4th of July festival continues to go, even though there's now a full-blown murder investigation happening, or lack of an investigation.
And then someone goes, they found another body, but just ignore it for now. We got to get a move on with these events. Like, the sun's going down. We got to do fireworks soon.
Right? Meanwhile, nobody's questioned where the teacher is.
Yeah.
Nobody's questioned. I don't who else is dead at this point. Like, there's at least 6 deaths.
Half the town.
Right? So,
so then they're like,
this is where Jodie and mom and sister all go home.
Yeah.
And they straight up are like,
I thought they just went to a barn. It looked like they just went into a barn to drink. Because like a mom picks up a drink and she's like, I guess we'll tell them about our abuse.
Yeah.
Like,
and they go on to say that your uncle abused me, and I was so happy when he got married because he didn't abuse me anymore, and he went on to abuse her. Which I was like, not the conversation we should be having. I was so happy when he started beating you, because then he's not beating me. And I'm so glad.
And she's like, I should have warned you, I think.
Maybe. I don't know. I thought, somebody else's problem, right? And then we go back to the festival, and now it's nighttime, and the congressman is missing, and he's supposed to do a speech, and this is another movie that likes to like flash and remind you what's happening for no reason. Like, I don't know what's happening. Come on. Like,
he's being tied to a bedboard.
Like,
and it was like, oh, never mind.
It'll be like a line like, Johnson, where's the congressman? And it's like, whoosh, 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 right? I don't know where he is. Like, somebody find him. Whoosh, 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 right? Is that kind of thing.
Showing an arm being like pulled tight against some like
or earlier
fencing.
when JTT is going to do the national anthem. And he's like, this is for
so stupid.
Billy and John. And, like, it shows, like, the kid getting hung from a flagpole from the previous scene. Right. You're like, I don't need to know who Billy and John are for this scene to work.
Yeah.
It already doesn't work on its own.
Well, the whole scene is like, we picked the star student is, like, what it made it out to be. But then he's like, I'm actually a jerk. And is like, like, I don't know.
He's a good singer at first. And then he's just like doing screamo.
Yeah.
And they're like, get him off the stage, right?
Like, let's sing it ourselves.
Oh, God. Thank God he didn't take a knee. Right. And then after this, the movie just kind of is like, all right, let's wrap this up. So just like us doing it. Congressman is tied to trellis, in which I'm like, or lattice.
Lattice,
yeah. Lattice. And I'm like,
just pull hard.
I know lattice. It's just like really simple plywood or something, really thin. You just pull hard enough and you can get off. But no, he's got a couple sparklers in his chest, and
danger.
They ignite because Uncle Sam has taken over the fireworks display, like the actual control board.
He's dripping blood all over it.
Why didn't they show him killing the fireworks operator?
Right?
You know? But no, he's operating that, and the entire town's like, look at the beautiful display of fireworks with a human being up there being blown to bits.
They're like, we should stop that. So the cop starts running up this hill to stop him.
Because we already know 2 other people at least are dead. We've got to get this festival continue it going.
What's a third? We don't.
Right?
It's okay.
So yeah, the deputy, which is wife's boyfriend.
Well, they found the head of the jerk kid.
They didn't find it. Barbecue girl found it.
Barbecue girl finds it.
And he smashes barbecue's girl into the... So basically it was a smoker.
Yeah.
And she opened the smoker to put more meat on, and there was the JTT's head.
And say, like, now you're a smoker.
And then... But he didn't even say that, right? Could have been great, because it's a smoker. She's a pot smoker. You know? Anything. Nothing. Kills her. Doesn't matter. There's no point to it. And then the deputy runs up to try to stop the fireworks. He gets blown back by the big explosion and falls into a flagpole with a pointy top on top.
But Sam's holding the flagpole like, I got this one. And I just imagine him at the bottom, like, sidestepping, like, oh, he hit a rock, tumbled to the right. Get over there.
And
got him! Yes. Right through the spleen.
Yeah. And then after this, Isaac Hayes is like, we gotta get out of here, children, right? And I'm like, this is where it got very South Park for me, because it was like blind kid who seems to now be omnipresent.
Yeah,
like he just knows. He's like, it's your uncle, and he's back from the dead, and he said he was gonna take care of people for me, so all that is good.
Yeah,
right. Meanwhile, Uncle Sam didn't say any of that to him. He just is like, I'm here for exposition that didn't really get explained earlier in the movie. So he said he was going to take care of my bullies, but I think I need to join you instead for no reason, because that's how it goes down. And so Jody, blind kid, and Isaac Hayes are like, let's go save your aunt.
She's home alone.
She's home alone. Yeah, right? So let's get the paint cans.
Right.
And they go there, and Sam confronts Jody in the kitchen, right? No. Isaac Hayes confronts him in the kitchen, right? And he's like, you wanted to join the army so you could kill, right? And he's like, you didn't want to be a hero. You didn't want to save lives. You wanted to kill. And he's like, that's right.
You never fought for your country.
Threw him through a wall. And then Jody, the kid, is like, everybody get out of here. I'll take care of him. And it's like, go get the cannon, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like,
yeah, tell your plan right in front of the guy.
Loud, right? And then proceed to go, Sam, you were my hero, and, you know, you don't need to do this, and we'll walk outside together and show them that, like, you know, you're all right. And if I was Sam, I'd be like, didn't you just say, get the cannon?
He said, no, this movie's canon.
Yeah, right.
Oh, good.
It's a loose but also canon sequel to all the other Star Wars movies. Doesn't seem relevant. He's just whispering. He's backlit, so you can't see his face, but we've already seen his grotesque face, so I don't understand what they're trying to hide in this moment, unless these were reshoots and they're like, we threw the mask away. Because that would make sense for the next part. Yeah. So Isaac Hayes goes back to the school and gets a never before established cannon.
It was established at the start of the parade.
Was it?
Yeah. He lights and shoots a cannon blast at the start of the parade. Or at the start of the day.
Once again.
I only caught it because I paused it right at that moment.
Oh, God.
And I was like, well, I gotta go do something else.
But he just says the cannon.
Yeah.
Like they were hanging around talking about a cannon earlier, and they were not. Nobody was.
Somehow, Isaac Hayes gets that cannon into his truck all on his own. Which I was like, typically cannons aren't light.
No. He
Does he wheel it?
No, it has a winch. It has a tow winch.
Ew.
And he puts it on the back of his truck's tow winch.
You should see a doctor.
Stupid.
Tow winch.
These are the jokes, folks.
Wow.
And he gets there just in time to blow a cannon into Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
And he fully engulfs himself in flames. And this is where whoever was doing the full body burn was like, I'm going to wear the Uncle Sam mask, even though I had just taken it off a scene prior. Because did you know about full body burns? Anything?
It usually kills them.
No. I mean, as a stuntman. This is really fascinating, actually.
No.
Our friend Mark Schaefer, who has been a stuntman in tons of stuff. Like, if you look up Mark Schaefer stuntman on IMDb, folks, like, he's got a reel. It's super freaking awesome. He's done full body burns. He's a stuntman on Pirates of the Caribbean. He's a stuntman in Waterworld. A really good friend of ours. And he told me, when it comes to full body burns, he's only done one in his life. And he's like, I've only done one because it was terrifying the way it is. Right?
Yeah.
Which I'm like, yeah, it's terrifying even if you know how to do it correctly. So apparently, like, they put you in a suit that's like gonna cool you off, and then they also hose you down like immediately right before. And then you start the burn, and you decide when enough's enough, right? But the whole time when you're burning, you have to hold your breath, because if you inhale, you will just inhale fire, right? And he said what you'll see on a lot of full body burns is that usually there's some sort of action directed for it. Like, a lot of people don't like to do the, like, I'm flailing, because at least when you're like doing a run forward, the flames are going behind you. So if you do need to do a longer run than like 30 seconds, you can inhale. Possibly. He goes, But then once they come in and extinguish you, you still can't breathe in anything, because now you're going to breathe in the fire extinguisher CO2.
Oh, God.
So he goes, you have to hold your breath. Like, you have to be a master at holding your breath, and then also have to keep calm and be aware of your entire situation when you're fully engulfed in flames.
I love practicing holding my breath.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It sounds really stupid.
I'm like, is that a joke? I don't
know. Sometimes I'm just like, let's see. I love doing it with movies. Whenever someone goes underwater, I'm like, all right, test it out.
I used to do that too. It never worked out.
I did pretty good in some movies.
So, okay.
I'm pretty good at holding my breath.
Right? Random
Second
trivia.
grade bragging rights.
So, I just found that fascinating. I finally learned there's so many movies that we've done where there's like a full fire burn, and I would love to have Mark on to talk about it, but he's never done a bad movie, really. Like, anything he's been on stunt for, he's never done a bad movie. So, I don't know. I guess we're going to have to get him to do a bad movie. But it was a very cool, fun fact, especially in a movie that has no fun facts in its trivia, really.
The best one was, like...
right here for this scene, right?
The town that they filmed this in... They did this explosion at 2 a.m., but did not tell anyone in the town, so they all called the cops. I think it was Laverne, California, but I could be wrong. So they didn't tell anyone in the town, so everyone called the cops. And once the town found out that they did that, they were like, you know what? We're just never going to let people film here ever again. And it's like a pretty cute town. Like, it looks like the same town that, like, Scream could have been filmed in, but I feel like it was filmed... Yeah, Laverne, California is where they filmed this.
Right.
But after Uncle Sam, no one else was able to film there.
So, Uncle Sam just burns up in a ball of flames, and...
The Graduate was filmed there. And
yeah?
Wayne's World 2. And Punch Drunk Love.
Because
Bubble Boy.
Wayne's World 2 has the Graduate parody in it, remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe they started accepting invitations again.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wrong wedding.
And her name was Cassandra.
Oh, Gordon Street.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. It's a small part, but can we get anybody better? Charlton Heston walks in. What a great part. Welcome to Bombs Away, the movie where we try to talk about a bad movie and then just wind up quoting Beetlejuice and Wayne's World at all times.
Well, good movies are good movies.
Right? So,
so your scale, your new scale.
The movie wraps with Jody, burning his G.I. Joes, which I was like, no, Like, I didn't even like G.I. Joes that much, but I know they're collector's items.
He was burning all his toys.
Right? Also, he
I don't
compared
need these.
the sleazy lawyer boyfriend to Destro, and I was like, that's not... It's like, that's an insult to Destro. And then he turns towards the camera to his mom, and it freezes, and then the entire frame shatters like glass, which apparently is a tribute to City or Beyond the City of the Living Dead. Which one is it?
Oh, the film that it was dedicated to. For the Italian.
For the Italian.
Good, well, no, it's dedicated to like an Italian horror.
Right. It's Felucci, right? Wait, I'm on Robert Forrester's trivia. Hold on, let's back it up.
There's a lot of trivia for this. I didn't see. Yeah. Oh, never mind.
No. It is dedicated to Felucci.
One more.
God, I really wish that IMDb was designed for us.
That will never happen.
I know. It gets lost for me so many times. Like I'm like trivia. It's part of the
Lucio
Did You
Felucci's.
Know? Yeah, Felucci. Was I saying it right?
I don't know.
Okay. Lucio Felucci, the famous horror director, and the film that they are actually referencing is 1980's City of the Living Dead, not Beyond the Living Dead. But I've never seen that, and I wasn't going to sit here and pretend that I really know a lot about that because I don't. Like, we might be cinephiles, but we know what we like, and I don't know. I just don't watch a lot of Felucci's stuff, you know? Like, I don't know. Sorry. I think, it's the same thing as people are like, oh, my God, like, you don't love Suspiria? I'm like, no, I actually don't.
Yeah.
Like... The plot makes no sense. It's beautifully filmed and it has amazing soundtrack, but it's dumb. I just lost like 5 horror people that was subscribing to us.
I'll see it someday.
Whatever. See it to compare it to the remake that's coming. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, that's it. So, what would I recommend it? Is that what you're saying? What's my scale?
Yeah. Your attention span.
Yep,
scale.
My attention. What's my attention scale? I was half on my phone, half watching.
I was at 1.2, but I paused my phone in order to play a game on my phone because I was in the middle of a round.
You played a game on your phone.
But I paused the movie to make sure I would actually pay attention to the movie. So once I finished the game,
but you
I was
kind
like,
of only paused it because you know that you have a dedication to the show. You didn't pause it because you were actually invested in the movie per se. See, that's the level here. There's a difference.
I didn't want to watch the movie, but
right.
I did.
Like if this wasn't something that you had to do for the show, you would have just let it keep going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there it is. Right. So, yeah, that's the level of attention that I would say give to it. It's a background movie, but I mean, if you're looking for something that's 4th of July horror, this is your only choice. So good luck with that. Somebody should do something good. I mean, other than The Purge. The Purge is supposed to be every July 2nd? Isn't that what it is? When is The Purge? Wait, let me see. Wait, hold on. Maybe she'll do it. Hey Siri, when is The Purge? Hold on. Hey Siri, when is The Purge?
Here's the first Purge playing at 2 theaters.
Oh, no. I forgot that it's gonna...
Oh.
Never mind. But, I mean, so I guess you got some kind of 4th of July horror movies. But I swore The Purge, like, the date in the films is different than 4th of July. Is it not? You've seen them, right?
No.
What?
I don't really care for them.
Have you seen any of them?
No.
Then how could you definitively put yourself on a pedestal if I don't really care for them?
I don't know.
You're like, I just did.
I don't need to validate myself for you or anybody else.
Purge Day is, by our calculation, on January the 20th. The first time we detected Purge Day was the 27th of April, 2015.
I thought you were asking when it came out.
No.
Oh.
I was asking when in the movie is
even
the purge
then.
supposed to happen? I was just curious.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like it's an American holiday, you know. So like I literally thought that they were like, you know, and it always comes out 4th of July weekend, each one of the purges.
Yeah.
So I just expected it to be something around there. So, yep, that's my rating scale, and seems like you were pretty close to that. And I didn't really care for this movie. I thought it was going to be a lot more fun, a lot more puns, but
Nah, pretty dry.
yeah, but there's a couple people that seem to really care for this movie, and we asked them to give us 5. So here it goes with Gimme 5. Ladies and gentlemen, our first one today is from Creature Art, written in June of 2004, titled Refreshing New Slasher / Zombie Classic, done up 80s style. He writes, "This is one of my new favorite horror flicks. It's more of a slasher flick than a zombie flick. The slasher is a zombie. This movie is a breath of fresh air, in my opinion. It plays like a Halloween, Friday the 13th, or a Nightmare on Elm Street on the 4th of July, but then it has its own unique creative bite to it, which makes it just as good, if not better, than those masterpieces. In the 80s, this flick would have been a box office smash instead of going straight to video. If some big name like Wes Craven was involved, it would have been a hit." Why did he write question marks? "Uncle Sam makes I Know What You Did Last Summer look like a freaking walk in the park. Much better in so many different ways. Way scarier / creative / directing better, makeup and special effects / acting isn't so bad. The only thing about this movie that rubbed me the wrong way was the stupid kid in the wheelchair. The movie could have done without him. They could have come up with a much better way for the kid to find out who his uncle was, and you all will understand what I mean when you watch it for yourself. Anyway, it doesn't ruin the movie by no means. So hurry up and get on this refreshing new slasher / zombie classic done up 80s style. E! Exclamation point to the infinity. N! Exclamation point to the infinity. J!
He's spelling enjoy.
Why? Yeah, I had to get to it myself because I'm like, what are we doing here? Yeah, enjoy each letter! Exclamation marks. This is a person who decided to say there's like 4 to 5 things that would make this actually a 6 out of 10, but I'm still saying it's a 10 out of 10. And then, where do you find these, by the way? Are these IMDb or are these Amazon? Or do you kind of cull from both?
Yeah.
Mix? Okay. The next one, we only had 2 because you mentioned that most of these were
all positive.
Yeah, right. Written by Henry on July 9th, 2004, titled Psychotic Movie. I really enjoyed this movie. It was cheesy, but at the same time kind of creepy. It made no sense that they would send a 3-year... It made no sense that they would send a 3-year dead corpse to a family's house. I think this was the last of creative horror movies, brutal deaths, and funny one-liners by Sam Harper. What?
I don't understand most times people talk on these things.
And I didn't read it wrong. It says, I think this was the last of creative horror movies, brutal deaths, and funny one-liners by Sam Harper.
Well, yeah, he's dead now. He got blown up.
That's the character.
I know.
That's not even like the director or anything. It was the only. And they weren't even that good. He goes on to finish, I thought the plot was good, though it never explains why he came back from the dead. It actually did. One of the only things that explained. Anyhow, this is a must-have for any horror movie fan collection. 5 stars.
Great.
That's it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on today's show. Like I said before, there's a bunch of new things that you can follow. We are starting to actually, on our own YouTube account, if possible, add the bad movies that we're doing to it. So if you're listening to this right now, you can actually watch Uncle Sam start to finish on our YouTube page. So just go ahead and search Bombs Away, Uncle Sam 1996, and it'll be right there for you. If you just type Uncle Sam 1996, that one and a couple other free versions of it will be up too. But I'm going to try to give you the, like, because there's a 29-minute cut and a 32-minute cut. So I'm going to try to do the longer one. And other than that, Instagram has a bunch of clips on it. Insta Stories on the Instagram has clips. Facebook. There's so many forms of media that we have out there. Please follow. You can follow all that. Facebook.com/BombsAwayShow. @BombsAwayShow for Instagram and Twitter. Or you can contact us and write us in. Tell us what we missed. Comment on the YouTube channel what we missed. Anything that you'd like us to point out in the Shorties episode. The Shorties episode is where your comments get read out. So if you're saying, I didn't hear you mention me on any previous episode, you're not listening to Shorties. And you should be. Other than that, it is July now, and I think it's safe to say that we do have a live show coming. It's coming in August, not July, August 16th, but the date is still tentative at this moment.
They said 19th.
No, it was July 19th. Now it's August 16th. We probably shouldn't even be talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll let you know. But I swear August. Swear. It's like nothing tentative about the fact that it is going to happen. It will happen. It'll be here for all Southern California people. So, that just about does it for us. You got anything to plug?
Do I ever?
I don't know. Maybe you should. Okay. So I don't feel like I'm talking so much. Maybe. It's going to happen anyway.
Fine,
Yeah. So I'm Jonathan.
I'm Jarrett.
And don't be afraid of a little friendly fire.
Hey, this is Jarrett with the Bombs Away podcast, and we're here in the Frida Cinema recording our podcast. So the Frida Cinema is a program of the Long Beach Cinematique, and it's located here in Santa Ana in Southern California. It serves the neighboring communities, and it is a non-profit art house cinema dedicated to enriching, connecting, and educating communities through the art of cinema. It's here to entertain, and that's why the entertainment industry exists. So what they show on these screens is pretty amazing. They have things such as the Director's Series, and it features directors such as Martin Scorsese, Mel Brooks, and Lloyd Kaufman. Lloyd Kaufman, if you didn't know, did The Toxic Avengers and The Class of Nukem High. They also have something called Friday Night Freakouts, and this is presented by OC Weekly. It has films that are among the horror or sci-fi kind of genre. They've done films such as Lost Boys, Hackers, and The Room. They've also featured anime like Your Name and Akira. Some other things they do are double features. They've done things such as Hot Fuzz mixed with Shaun of the Dead, which is actually two pretty good films. They also show a lot of cool things among the lines of indie films. They have The Void, which is currently on Netflix, and they also have had Academy Award-winning films such as Best Film winner Moonlight, which I think is pretty awesome that it showed in this space before it actually went up. If you want more information about showtimes, location, and everything film and entertainment related to the Frida Cinema, you can go to www.thefridacinema.org. You can also follow on Facebook at facebook.com/thefridacinema and on Instagram and Twitter at the Frida Cinema. The Frida Cinema, for filmmakers, for film goers, and for you.
This has been a production of Big Bulb Entertainment, executive produced by Jonathan Young. For more media and information, visit us at www.bigbulbentertainment.com. Big Bulb, what's your bright idea?